Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to part 31 of the Sea of Stars walkthrough. We're going to get started by heading over toward Watcher Island, and we're going to go into Lake Tucaria to turn in all of the 60 rainbow conchs that we've collected throughout this series, and we're going to get all of the rewards associated with turning all of those in. So let's land just north of Lake Tucaria and then head inside. Let's run down the path and then jump down into the water and then swim over to where the whirlpool is. We'll interact with it to go down into the village. Let's go a little bit to the right and then we'll talk to Myrna and turn in all of those rainbow conchs. We get the Conch Master trophy for turning them all in. 60 conchs, congratulations, I have something for you. Got recipe poutine, got spa plans, got recipe pudding chômeur, got rainbow star. Hey, you emptied my stocks. What a fruitful collaboration this was. That last item was my most peculiar one. No idea what it's for. The rainbow star flew up and disappeared. Did you see that? Oh well, guess that one was a dud after all. Well, it might be a dud to Myrna, but it's very important for us. So let's go over and we're going to interact with the water jump pad to go up, and we're going to just be leaving Lake Tucaria by going over toward the left side and then following the path around until we can exit. Now that we're back on the world map, let's start flying north, and we're going all the way to Mirth. Once we're in Mirth, let's head over and talk to Gerard the Constructionist, and he's going to allow us to build the spa that we just got as a reward for turning those rainbow conchs. So we'll choose the spa plans and he'll get to work. You can now relax at the spa in Mirth. Who knows what benefits may come from relieving some stress. The spa is the building all the way on the left side, closest to the left-hand entrance. That worked out nicely. Had you already found a professional to run the place? The place feels complete now. We really have something special here. Thanks again for your help. And we get the Home Neat Home trophy for completely building Mirth. Now let's go check out that spa real quick. We'll run over toward the left side and then up and into the building on the top left. This place is perfect. Thank you for letting us use the space. Well, even though we pretty much own this town, we can't use the services for free. We have to talk to Chi, the manager over the spa, and if we pay her 250 gold, then one of our party members can go into the spa and we get a permanent stat boost. So that's a really good thing. We don't have the money for it. We will be doing this later on. I'm going to show you in another part a good way to make money quickly, and then I will show you about getting all of the party members through the spa and getting the trophy related to sending all 6 party members into the spa. Let's go over toward the right side and talk to the master fisherman. Hey there, did you go fishing lately? We'll check the species count. Hey, you caught 23 different species. That means I got something for you. Got flimsy hammer. Impressive, you caught them all. You are a true fisherman now. So we just got another flimsy hammer. I wonder what those are for. Actually, I know exactly what they're for, and I'm going to show you in part 34 of this series, so hang tight until then. We do have to collect one more of them before we can actually use them. Alright, let's go ahead and leave Mirth now. Man, we got 2 trophies in the last 5 minutes. We're doing great for this episode. We are now at the point where we have done all of the side content available to us at this point in the game. So we're going to go into the final dungeon, the Fleshmancer's Lair. We're going to go through all of it. We're going to then complete the game and get what's called the normal ending. But that doesn't mean that the game is over at that point, because there's still a lot that we have to do in the next couple episodes that I'm going to put out. So first of all, we're going to go into the Sea of Stars entrance and go back to Saree's world. And once we're there, we're going to fly north and a little bit toward the east so that we can get to the Fleshmancer's Lair. Just land anywhere outside, and we're going to quickly check to make sure that all of our equipment is good and in place. We have all of the ultimate weapons and armors. We do want to make sure that we have that Eye of Yomara on someone. I'm going to put it onto Rashan. I don't need the Reaper's Mercy right now. It's not that useful because these bosses aren't horribly strong that we have to fight. So let's go inside the Fleshmancer's Lair. And if you go north a little bit, you'll see that there's a cutscene that we have to watch before we can go inside.
This is it. The Fleshmancer's Lair.
There is no gate. It seems he wants us to come in. Good. There's a campfire and a save point on the left, and on the right side is a teleport pad that we'll get access to a little bit later. Let's run north and the floating blocks will appear. Start by going toward the left side and then interact with the pedestal on the far left. That's going to raise up some enemies and a block that we can push around. These are the same kind of enemies that we fought on Torment Peak. If you remember, they take little to no damage from normal attacks. However, they take lots of damage from solar and lunar attacks, especially from the boosted attacks that you have from either Zale or Valere. So go ahead and finish these guys off quickly, and then we can move on. After the battle, we'll push this orange pillar all the way toward the right side. It will go across these floating blocks, and then you can move it down toward the right and then up. Now left and up one more time. That's going to put it where it belongs, and that will lower this ladder on the left side, as well as lower some enemies down onto us and activate a glowing pad above us. So we're going to finish off these enemies. Really, just one sunball will be enough for this one. Now let's run around the right side until we can step onto that glowing pad. And now we go all the way back toward the left side, and we're going to climb up that ladder that we just lowered. Once you're up here, push the block all the way toward the right and then down. Then hop down and push it toward the right, up, and then right one more time. Okay, that activated a laser that we need. Now let's go up from the center area, and then we can grapple over toward the right, and then grapple right again onto the climbing wall. And now we're going to push this block down, and then we'll hop down, and then push it further down toward the left, up, left, down, left, up, right, and up. That activated the second laser, causing this giant mouth to open up, and we're going to run inside of it. Because, this feels safe. Okay, in the next room, there are a couple enemies over on the left side. We fought these enemies again in Torment Peak. Remember, they don't take any damage unless you're using solar or lunar. So one sunball will finish them all off. Now run to the top left corner, and you can push these eyeballs around. We're just going to go around and break a ton of these rocks on the ground, because we'll need to run through these areas a little bit later. So push the eyeball around until you've broken almost all of these rocks on the ground, and then push the big eyeball onto the orange pad. Now move the next eyeball down and toward the right. You'll break through this wall and then keep pushing it up all the way so that you can break through these rocks and grab the treasure chest up here, which contains the last data strip that we need. So you'll need an eyeball eventually on that green pad down there, but we're just going to set this one up to be right next to the gate that the green pad controls. Now let's push the other eyeball all the way toward the top and then toward the bottom right section, and that's going to go onto that green platform. That will open up the gate above us, and now we can push this eyeball up and onto the pinkish purple pad. Now we're going to move the one on the green pad over toward the left side, and then we're going to push it diagonally up and toward the left, and that's going to go onto the other pinkish purple pad. That will open up the gate for us, and now we can run up. There's another campsite over here and a save point. Go ahead and use those because we have a boss fight right ahead of us. Storming the castle, are we? It's over. Step aside. I'll take that as a yes. Oh, the oddities I will create with you. Enough, you're going down. Come then. Here's a boss called La Jug. He's actually pretty easy, so we'll start off just by using some normal attacks. We'll get some orbs on the ground that we can use a little bit later on. His standard attack is just rushing towards someone, and he does 2 attacks at once. He kind of stabs and then cuts. Make sure that you block both of those. And now we're just going to use a boosted up Sunball to do tons of damage to him, and that will end phase 1 of this fight. Now he'll drink a potion and go from his blue form to his red form, which is bigger, looks scarier, not much harder. This time his normal attack will just have him jump into the middle, and then he will swipe and do damage to all party members. Only 1 attack though, so you can block it once for everybody. He does charge up some attacks, but I don't ever let him get those off in this fight because he's pretty easy to break. He just has 4 of those locks, so we'll take this guy out pretty easily using our normal attacks. When we get our ultimate, we'll use that. Conflagrate does tons of damage to him. So that's all I'm going to say about this fight because there's not a whole lot more to say about it. And I'll let you watch it, and I will see you at the end of it in just a couple minutes. Your bodies are strong, but the halls of illusion await. Your minds will not make it. Well, thanks for the warning, but we'll be fine. Before we go there, we're actually going to backtrack out of here. We're going to turn in that last data strip that we have, and we're going to get a special piece of armor for Sarah Yee. So let's head all the way out of here. We basically just have to run south out. And when we're outside, then we're going to go over toward Rapine. So let's start flying, and then we're going to head a little bit toward the south and toward the east. And then we can get inside of Rapine. Let's run all the way up, and we're going up to Sari's house, all the way in the top part of the town. When you're inside, go to the left, and then you can interact with the workbench.
Decryption console online. Please present any data strips you may have. Decryption not possible unless more data strips are found. There is now enough data to extrapolate encryption pattern. Operation successful. Printing cipher.
Got cipher. So we took those 4 data strips that we collected from different places and we turned them into one cipher. Now let's hop down, and then we're going to go into the shop that's up on the right side and a little bit toward the left. There's a little purple arrow above it. On the right side there's an orange console, and if you use the cipher here, it will open the door, and now we can go up and inside. There are 2 treasure chests waiting for us, so let's open them to get the question pack number 9, as well as the cosmic cape. Let's put the cosmic cape onto Sarah Yee. And with that done, we're going to head out of Rapine and back into the Fleshmancer's lair. I hope that you all are enjoying this guide and this playthrough. If you are, be sure to give me a big like on this video. I would really appreciate it. Now that we're outside, we're going to fly up toward the Fleshmancer's lair once again, and we'll do a quick spot check just to make sure that we've gotten the treasures from everywhere else in this whole world. Everywhere except for the Fleshmancer's lair, of course. There are a few more treasure chests we need to get there. So once we feel confident that we've collected everything, let's go north and then land outside the Fleshmancer's lair again. This time we'll go inside and just keep running all the way up past where LeJug was. Okay, before we go on, I am going to stop and do a quick save here. I just want to do a time check as well to see how long it's taken me to this point, and it's taken just over 30 hours at this point. So 30 hours and 4 minutes to be exact. We'll take a quick rest here while we're at it. We've got about another hour until we beat the game. So now let's go up, and we're going to go out the door on the right side after we get past where LeJug was. And now we're going to keep heading north and jump over the platforms, and we will eventually get out toward the right side of the screen where we can exit. There's going to be a couple more enemies that we fought before, so let's finish them off, and then we're going to proceed down and out the bottom right corner of this room. Once again, a boosted sunball will be enough to take out both of these enemies. Okay, let's head to the bottom right corner. And we're going to run around this staircase and up, and then over toward the left and down. So from here, we're going to follow the bricks as they come up. We're going to go down and toward the left, and then up and right. And that's going to take us to the Yakitori Shrimp treasure chest. And then we're going to go over toward the right side again. And if we follow the path around, we will eventually be able to go up toward the north. And then we can go over toward the left side, and that will take us to this treasure chest that contains the Salix Cork. All the weapons that we find around here are actually worse than their ultimate weapons because we did all the side content stuff first to make ourselves very powerful. So don't worry about equipping any of this stuff. we're going to follow the path around, and eventually we can get to the bottom part and exit out here. Just like before, we're going to go around the stairs and then up the stairs and out the left side. We'll hop over the gaps, and then we can get into a fight with a new enemy called the Stitcher, and he's the one on the top left. I would recommend taking him out first just because he can be a little bit dangerous. The other ones, they don't do a whole lot in terms of attacking us. So once again, we'll have to use our boosted attacks or our solar and lunar stuff in order to do some damage to him, and we'll finish this fight and then proceed on. After the fight, we're going to go over toward the left side, jumping over the gap, and there's a treasure chest here that gives us the apogee daggers. Once again, those are worse than what we've already got, so ignore that. We'll go up out of this room, and then hop across the gaps and grapple over until you go out toward the left. Zale, there you are. Aren't you tired, Zale? It's time to sleep. We are all resting. Why don't you join us? Is something wrong? You seem surprised to see me. It's been a long journey. We deserve some rest. You should sleep. The campfire feels dreadful and cold. Let's rest. Hey there, are you the new hire? What? Where am I? Look, it's... Do you mind helping with the jars? I'll be in big trouble if I don't put everything in place before the boss returns. Okay. Great. Just grab the big ones. They go on the pillars up there. Well, there are 3 big jars, one in the bottom, one on the right side, and one on the upper right side. And then go up and just put them on the 3 pedestals in any order. It doesn't really matter. Nicely done. You'll fit right in. But you're working too hard. Why don't you go and relax with your colleagues? The humble boast? Is this a dream? Let's head down and we'll talk to the person behind the counter. Debro! Debro! Where is he again? All these customers are waiting. Hey, you! We need a waiter! Report to the kitchen, post haste! Me? Excuse me? Did I hear you complain? Nope. Let's run into the kitchen and grab some food off of the table, and we'll come down and give it to the person sitting at the counter. There it is. Now we'll go up, grab some more food, and we'll bring it down to the person who's sitting at the round table. About time. And one more time, we'll go up, grab some food, and there's a person at the rectangular table way at the top part of this room. So go give it to him. Finally. So now they're all eating, let's talk to the person behind the counter again. Not bad, rookie. I should schedule some more shifts for you. Do you like fishing? And now a lake? What is happening? Let's talk to the Molkin person. The fishing tournament is almost over. You better hurry up. There's only one catch left. Well, let's go on the dock and we will catch the one fish waiting right for us in the middle of the pond. This one's pretty easy. Just bring it straight in. You caught a crimson bass. Caught anything? Fish? Interesting. This is a really nice skull indeed. Skull? What are you talking about? I caught a fish. Oh, did you now? Now that we have control of ourselves again, let's go up, talk to this red orb that creates some cracks in this reality. There's another orb at the bottom, and then one on the left side. Once we crack all those, then a big one will show up here. Let's use this. What? How did you manage to destroy my corruption crystals? Solstice warriors, just my luck.
Soul Curator, I should have known you were behind this.
Oh, and what do we have here? A child of the Catalyst.
You will pay for what you did to my people.
I made you better and stronger. You should be thanking me.
I'm about to.
Yes, show me how you fare with those gifts. Here we have a fight against the Soul Curator. He's very easy. This is kind of supposed to be a boss fight, but it's not really a boss fight at all. All you have to do is attack him a couple times, and then he's going to run away from the battle. He has kind of a basic attack that does very little damage to us, so don't worry too much about this. Let's just do a few attacks and then proceed on. Oh, you're not so bad after all. I suppose it would only be fair for me to also have allies.
Run all you want. I have your scent.
It might be tempting, but don't chase him just yet. Instead, go to the lower right corner, and we can come into this room to hit another red orb, and then another one on the left, and the big one in the middle. And that's going to change this whole place into the Fleshmancer's lair once again. Now let's go up and open this treasure chest, and we get the Earthshine Staff. That's again a worse weapon for Valere, so don't worry about that. Let's finish off the enemies that ambush us as we try to leave. And then we are going to leave out that top left side. Feel free to use the save point or the campsite to get your health back. And once you're ready to go, then we're going to proceed up and out the top left side, the same direction that the Soul Curator went. Now we're back in the Humble Boast illusion. There's a red orb right by the kitchen door. Then there's one way up at the top part. And then finally one in the kitchen area that we need to find. Once we have all of those, then go back to the main part in the middle, and there's the big red orb floating over this table. There's a bunch of those Stitcher enemies. Let's ignore them for now and head up, and the Soul Curator is waiting at the top. Workplace disruptions must be eradicated. Minions, to me! Well, we've got a couple of those Stitchers to fight off, as well as the Soul Curator. Definitely focus on taking those Stitchers out first, and then work on that Soul Curator, because honestly, the Stitchers probably do more damage than what he does. So we'll just go ahead and eliminate these enemies and then proceed on. These minions are worthless! Let's follow him up. We've got some more hallways to run through. Let's go up the stairs and around and out the top right side. Now from here, we're going to hit the red orb in the middle and then go up over the water and all the way to the top part where there's another red orb. Let's hit that. And now go back toward where the fishing dock is, and there's going to be the big red orb waiting for us. Fancy meeting you here. How about I introduce you to my bigger friends? Here we have a new enemy called OAF. OAF. It's actually an acronym for Oops All Feet, because as you can see, they're made out of a lot of feet. And these guys are definitely the strongest of the Soul Curator's minions, but still not too bad. We're just going to finish them off just like the other ones, and then we will move on. How dare you! My creations should be the best!
That's enough, you coward. Let's finish this.
Oh, we will finish this. Make no mistake. Before we follow him, we'll once again deviate to go grab a treasure chest. Let's head all the way north across the water and grab the treasure chest up here that has the Firmament's Edge sword. Again, a worse weapon for Zale, so don't put it on. Now let's follow the Soul Curator out of the room from the bottom right exit. Let's follow the path around and then exit out the right side. From here, we'll just jump across the gaps, and we'll get up to the top part where we can step on this teleport pad that will sink us down into the goo, and then we will show up a little bit north. There's a save point and a campsite here. I would definitely recommend using these because we have a boss fight just ahead of us. And we'll just go north following the path. Now, it looks like you can get this treasure chest right now. You can't. You actually have to go over toward the right side, grapple up, and then go across the climbing wall until you can get to the top. From here, we'll hop left and then down, and now we can grab the treasure chest. And we get a legendary feast that completely refills everyone's HP and MP, so a very good item. We'll just follow the path up and into this room for a cutscene. Look! Good. This is the last batch.
We have you cornered now.
Oh, there you are. Ahem. Summoners, the room of sending has been infiltrated. I require 4 souls to call upon the portal's protector. The time has come. Fulfill the ultimate vow. This is not good. Phase Reaper! Our master's compound is under siege. Do your job. Here we have a fight against the Phase Reaper, which looks pretty intimidating, but it's really not that bad. Its first move will be to create 2 copies of itself, while also preparing a 6-lock special attack. Luckily, you do have enough time to break all of those locks, and it's a good thing that you do because the move is called Flourishing Death, which will probably kill whatever target it hits, so definitely break that one. The good news about having those 2 clones on the side of him is that they can only do normal attacks. When they teleport to you, right as soon as they appear, that's the time that you want to block. If you're too late, you're going to get hit by the attack. So just make sure that you're blocking as soon as they teleport and land right next to you. If you destroy a clone, it's very likely that it will just be resurrected in one of the coming turns, so don't stress about those guys too much. They don't do a lot of damage to you. You can definitely keep up with it. I would say at most just kill off one of them, but your main focus should be on the Phase Reaper main body himself, the one in the middle. If you can destroy him, then the other ones will go down as well. And that's pretty much all you need to know about this guy. Use your combo attack. Something like Conflagrate will be a great move to do a ton of damage to these guys. And you can also use your ultimates to great effect to do lots of damage to them. So that's all that I have to say about this one. Enjoy the fight, and I'll see you at the end. Okay, time to end this fight. We'll use a boosted sunball, and we will hit them all for massive damage, and this fight will be over. After that fight, I did get a level up, so I'm going to give everyone more hit points, except for Biss, because he has a ton anyway. He will instead get a mana point. Impossible! You defeated the Phase Reaper? Its speed is second to none. I suppose we do have someone faster now. You leave me no choice. Our new recruit will make short work of you lot.
You're done hiding behind your minions.
Huh? What is this?
Comeuppance.
No!
Finally rid of this monster. Thank you, everyone.
Don't mention it, Sarai. We're in this together until the end. Do you need a moment?
I'm good. First time I feel like smiling in forever, actually.
Haha, that's great. Since we are taking out the trash, do you reckon we can destroy this portal? Valere? With pleasure. Gah! What happened? It's like it backfired.
Cedric, any readings on this thing?
Deep tissue scanner online. Scan complete.
Report?
Analyzing. Please hold. Results indicate strong presence of an unknown material consisting of an advanced mix of biotics and cybernetics. Based on the particles in the air, your attempt at destroying it caused an estimated 0.00005% of its mass to explode.
This thing is booby-trapped?
Affirmative. What you have before you is a bomb powerful enough to obliterate this very planet. Recommended action, leave it be.
But this thing sends monsters across the universe. There has to be a way.
Negative. The structure is enmeshed with an infinitely intricate pattern of nerves. Only a very fast series of precise cuts could deactivate it.
Sounds right up Zale's alley.
Negative. Material is designed to react to solstice magic especially. Extrapolation models indicate that given its volatility, the Fleshmancer is yet unable to weave this material into dwellers. Recommended action, knock on wood.
That bastard!
Allow me. Verlo? The sacrosanct spires almost took my mind, but in the end I found what I was looking for. You have accomplished many great deeds, brave ones, but this is a job for my wind blades. Please step aside. Amazing footwork. I have played my part, and now falls to you to put an end to this. Please be kind to the summoners in the rooms ahead. Their minds are still addled by Soul Curator's mind control spell, but they will not engage you. You would be wise to take this opportunity to rest there. It also has a teleporter to the entrance should you wish to take care of any unfinished business. Thank you for your help, Verlo. It is I who should thank you for saving my world, Solon and Luana. You and your companions have come a long way. The Fleshmancer awaits right above the Summoner's room. Godspeed. Let's go up and through the doorway. There's a cultist straight ahead of us. Let's talk to him. Your business is with our master. No quarrel will come from us. We are peaceful servants. Well, that's good. We don't have to fight any of these guys. We'll run up the stairs and then jump over the gap. Now go up the stairs and keep going straight up, and eventually you will run into another cultist who's actually a merchant. So we're going to buy a few things off of him. First off, though, let's sell off all the things that we don't need anymore. We'll sell our treasures. We'll sell all of this equipment that we have, these weapons that are worse than the ultimate weapons we already have. We'll sell off the old armors, and that should be pretty good for about maxing out our money. Money maxes out at 999 gold. But we do want to buy a few things from him. If you go all the way down, you'll see that there's a recipe for lasagna and a recipe for braise. We'll buy both of those things, and then we can head over toward the left side, and we can go into the room with the red carpet. In the top right corner is a treasure chest with question pack number 10, and then there's a campsite, so let's go ahead and rest here for a moment. Once that's done, we're going to then do some cooking. We have some recipes that we haven't made before, like the braise, the poutine. We'll make the champion omelet, the pudding chômeur, the lasagna, and the tataki. That should about max out all of our food, and we've made every meal that we can make so far. And now we're going to go up the stairs and over toward the right side and up into this doorway. We can run straight ahead and into the next doorway. Now this is a long sequence of just running upstairs. There's no treasure chest, there's no fighting, anything like that. It's really just running upstairs. So enjoy the view as you climb up, and the Fleshmancer is waiting for us at the end. You made it. Congratulations, you have been quite the nuisance. Prepare yourself. Prepare myself? Ha 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 ha. My foolish child, fighting solstice warriors is beneath me. But you did make it all the way here, so I will play by the rules. The time has come to decide on the fate of your realm and all of its worlds. Can you defeat my strongest lieutenant? Or will she reign supreme over the cyborgs?
Never!
Your evil has no place here anymore. My, haven't we grown boastful? Let the matter be settled then. I call on you, my champion. Destroy these interlopers and claim your rightful place as ruler of this world. Come, Alessandarella! Erlina. What have you become?
Who dares challenge my reign?
Don't you recognize us?
I recognize Solstice Warrior vermin. Vermin which must be eradicated.
She's completely gone.
Silence! You will bow before me!
Brace yourselves. Here we have Alessandarella. It's a pretty easy fight because it is just a standard boss who attacks one party member at a time, doing very moderate damage. So you're not really in any sort of danger here as long as you're playing with a little bit of competency. And because we have all of our best weapons and equipment, it just makes it all the easier for us. This fight is broken up into two phases. This is phase one, where you can see Alessandarella floating here. Then there's going to be a brief intermission, and then another phase will begin with a different form of her, kind of a standard JRPG end boss fight. So we're just going to do normal attacks against her, leave some live men on the ground to help break locks as necessary, and we're just going to get through this fight pretty easily. So then I will see you after the intermission to explain phase two. So enjoy the first part of this fight.
More power! I need more!
Elisandrella Phase 2 definitely gives off some boss vibes from Chrono Trigger and Illusion of Gaia, but she isn't very difficult, thankfully. She is pretty much the same as she was before. This time she will use her fingers to create runes in the air, and then she will attack 1 to 3 party members at a time. It's 3 separate attacks. It can be all against one party member or split randomly between them. So just be prepared to block 3 times when she attacks now. Nothing really fancy that we have to deal with here. We're just going to keep breaking those locks, keeping our health high. You can use items if you need to. This is the last fight of the game, so go crazy with whatever you want to do, and it shouldn't take too long. I'll show you when she gets low on health. There's a very clear indicator of that. She looks far less confident in herself when she gets low on health. So I'll see you in a couple minutes for that, and then for the conclusion of the game. All right, you can see now she's looking kind of worried. She's breathing more heavily. This is how you know that she is low on health. So we're getting very close to the end. You get the Lieutenant trophy for defeating Alessandarella.
My power! Master, you promised!
I promised opportunity, nothing more. Hey! They've won. It's time to leave A for all. Oh, come on. I want to be there when they see the final surprise.
What are you on about?
Ask your new guardian gods. Can you feel it? It's coming from so far away. A world eater. You are the only ones who can destroy it. Godspeed, Solon and Luana.
He's really gone. We're free.
Hope, it's been so long.
Zale, Valere.
We must go now, Sarai. The World Eater has to be stopped.
Will you return?
We can feel everything now. There's just so much for us to do. So many worlds. I had no idea. This is goodbye then? I guess so, Bist. Wait! Before you go, could I just... Right. It's been great knowing you. I'll make sure future generations know your story and remember you always. It's been great knowing you as well, Teeks.
Please stay safe.
It's not about us anymore. You take good care of yourselves and your people, okay? We'll do our best, in your memory. It's time to go, Valere. And so our watch begins. Here's hoping it won't be too boring. That'd be a first.
Hey, don't forget to visit whenever you fly by.
You bet. Fighting by your side has been my life's honor. Farewell. Now, if you thought the game was over now, well, you're very wrong, because we actually have a World Eater to beat. This is what a Dweller turns into if you leave it alone for long enough. A giant multi-headed monster that can only be defeated by a Guardian God like Solon and Luana. So here we go in our new forms. This actually handles like a scrolling shooter section. You hold down the X button on the PlayStation and you can dodge around these things just by using the left analog stick. And you can then hit the square button to dive under attacks if things get a little bit hairy. Your health is in the bottom left corner. If you get hit 5 times, it's game over for you, so don't do that. And the World Eater's health is in the top portion. Each one of these heads has its own different health bar. And what you want to do is to wait until your super beam is all charged up, and then on PlayStation you can hit the R2 button to unleash that against the enemy. So here you can see I'll dive under these attacks by hitting that square button. It's a good way to prevent yourself from losing any health. And we'll just go through all of these different sections, destroying all the heads. It's pretty simple, but a fun change of pace, so enjoy doing this. And after this, the game's pretty much over for the main story. However, there's a lot to do going forward, so make sure that you don't go anywhere. There's still more after this part. I did chop the credits up so that we don't have to sit through it. It is literally over an hour of credits that I had to record and then cut out as I was editing this. So there's still lots of goodness to come in this episode, as well as more on the way. So just hang in there, and we're going to beat this World Eater in a few seconds, and then proceed on with the ending epilogue. So a quick thing to note for the ending here is that when the credits are rolling, it goes through multiple phases, and it's broken up by little cutscenes here and there. If you hold down the R1 button and the X button together, it will go super duper ultra speed and go through this a whole lot faster. This is just what the normal speed is for it. The reason that the credits take so long is because the names of those individual contributors to the Kickstarter campaign are listed out in the credits, so it does take a long time to go through all of the thousands of them. So not only do they have a grave inside the crypt, but they also have credits in the end credits as well. So here's a montage of all of the different snippets of the cutscenes in the ending here. I did cut out all of the other credit sections with all of those donor names, but again, if you donated, your credits are in here as well. So we'll continue on with the montage, and then I will see you at the end of this to explain what we're doing next. After all the credits are done, then we are treated to another cutscene. We'll have Zale and Valere fly on past, and then we'll be in the town of Mirth, and we'll see what happens many years down the road. And so we gather each year as they fly by our world on their never-ending watch, and together we remember their story. Hi, Sage? Yes? Is it true that they always fly in on the warrior cook's birthday? No one knows for sure. Sounds rather poetic, though, doesn't it? Now run along, everyone. I must check in on the crypt's renovations. Thank you for the story, High Sage. How's the progress? Pretty good. I've been thinking about Yomara's notes, about the flood. No worries, I'll make the big window extra thick. Well, do you like the central piece? Yes, it's perfect. The end? An interesting way to end, because this isn't really the end. This was just the normal ending. We still have a good ending, or the true ending, to get. So now that we get through all of this, we have another short scene in the moorlands, and there's this ring of rocks that start to glow purple around here. A mysterious device has appeared in the moorlands. All of these glowing rocks represent individual side quests that we've completed in order to get the true ending of the game, so I'll be showing you that in a later part. You can now save and return right before the final boss fight to complete side content. The mysterious device might also be worth investigating. So we will do that. We will save our game really anywhere. And now we have a little silver star next to the date, and that tells us that we've completed the game once, and we're going to be back inside of the Fleshmancer's lair right before the final boss fight. So in the next episode, we're going to pick up right here, and now we can do more things that are unlocked since we have completed the game. So I'll see you very soon for part 32. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a like and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss the next part. You will definitely not want to miss it. Until then, I'll see you soon, and have a good day.